learning about lateral area, surface area, and volume of prisms. So right now, if you do have your formula card out, I would like for you to all take a look at it, and on the side that says trigonometry where you write your name, down below, it has all of these formulas. It has all three of these, lateral area, surface area, and volume. This is what you're going to be using on your test. This is what you get to use on your test. Yes, the formulas are on our assignments, but I invite you to start to get used to your formula card as well, because this is what you will be using on your test. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this learning intention down. It is, I will learn how to find lateral area, surface area, and volume of prisms. Okay, quick question before we start. Does anybody ever have, like, do you remember, like, your mom or maybe your grandma or somebody? Have you heard of, like, a prism and maybe they hang it in their window and it, like, reflects light and, like, makes a rainbow? Yeah? Okay, so that's prism. That's kind of what we're getting into now. Okay? So let's get started. A prism is a special polyhedron that has two congruent parallel polygons as bases and rectangular lateral sides. So bases are two congruent parallel polygons on top and the bottom. So just like I was showing you with my hands a minute ago, if this hand was a polygon, this hand's the same polygon. So bottom and top. See my hands? I have a top and a bottom. Okay? So the lateral faces are the rectangular sides. Okay, so if I have my two polygons, my top and my bottom, like I'm showing you with my hands, the lateral faces are the rectangles that are going to connect this hand, my polygon on the bottom, with the one on the top. Okay, so let's take a look down below. It says prisms are named by their bases. So if this is a triangle, it's going to be a triangular prism. If my base is a pentagon, it's going to be a pentagonal prism. Okay, so we're going to name these down here, and we're going to focus on our bases first. So I have a base here. And how many sides is this base? 5. And the base down here is also 5. They're the same. And I have a top and a bottom. So this is going to be pentagonal bases. Okay? So when we name this prism, remember the prism is named after the bases. So this would be called a pentagonal prism. Pentagonal prism. Because my base is a pentagon, pentagon, and that's how we name it, off the basis. So over here, the face, if you, like I said, the two polygons are connected by rectangles. See this? Rectangles, rectangles. Okay? So those are my faces, and these are rectangular faces. Rectangle faces, rectangle faces. Okay? And so then it's pointed at both sides. They're both of them. So this is going to be rectangle prisms. But as a whole, this whole prism is named after the base, the pentagonal prism. So over here, my base, what is my base over here, guys? Triangle. Very good. So my bases are triangles. So I have triangle bases. And so this is going to be a triangular, whoops, sorry about that, triangular prism. And once again, like up here, our lateral faces say the rectangular sides. So once again over here, look, my bases are connected with rectangles. Okay, do we see that? Very good. So let's go into lateral area. Lateral area is the total area of the rectangular sides. And this is with no bases. Very important. No bases. So lateral area is the area of these sides, these rectangle sides all the way around, not including the bases. So surface area is total area of the rectangular sides plus the bases. Oops, plus the bases. Sorry about that. So what we're saying is lateral area is only the rectangles. Surface area is the rectangles, and then you add in the bases. Okay? Volume is the amount of space inside a three-dimensional or 3D shape. Okay, so volume is the amount inside of this whole thing. Okay, so we have lateral area. It's like the area of the rectangle, surface area, add in the bases. Volume is the space of the inside of it. Okay, now we're getting into the formula. Okay, so right here we have three formulas, and they are on your formula card. Lateral area, surface area, and volume. Okay, so let's name the prism. We just learned on the first side that the prism is named by the base. So let's check out my bases here. What kind of a base do I have? What polygon is this? A rectangle. Okay. A cube, if it was a cube, it would all be the same dimensions. Okay? But this is a rectangular prism. Close. Okay? And speaking of that, do we know if this is 3, what's this side over here? 3. So what is the dimension of this one? What is the length of right here? 5. Good. Because we know this down here and they are the same. So if this is 3 and this is 3, what's this dimension over here? 5. Very good. Okay. So let's look at the formula of lateral area. It's a little p, and little p is the perimeter of a base. So do we remember how to find perimeter? What do we do to find perimeter of something? We do what? Add all the sides, right? Yeah. So to find the perimeter of a base, so we just pick a base, one of the bases, and we add up all the sides. So this would be 5 plus 5 plus 3 plus 3. So the perimeter of this base is 16. So my little p here, so I'm going to put this equals little p h, and little p is 16. And what is my h? H stands for height. And this is going to be my height right here. 7. Very good. So my lateral area is simply 16 times 7. And I think we get 112, does that sound right? 112 yards. And this is area. I don't need the S on the end. This is area. And remember, area is always squared because area is 2 dimensions, okay? Now, surface area, here's my formula up here for surface area. It is my LA, which is this. So remember, lateral area is here, surface area. So my LA is what? It's right here. We just figured it. 112. Very good. So 112. And my formula says to take it plus 2 times big B. Big B right here is the area of my base. So let's look at my base again. Once again, this is my base, one of my bases. We just need to find the area. How do we find the area of this? Base times height. Okay, and it's very important to know it doesn't mean this height. It means the height of the base. So what would the area of this be here? 5 times 3, right? 15. So it is like this. So 2 times 15 is 30, plus 112 becomes 142 yards. And once again, it says area, so that's squared. Okay? All right, volume. Volume right here says that it equals big B times little h. Well, big B, if we look up here in this formula, we just figured it. We figured it right here. Okay, so big B is 15 times my height. And what is my height? 7. Very good. So my volume is 15 times 7. 105, and this is yards. And now when we figure volume, it's cubed, not squared, because we're adding another dimension. Okay? Volume is everything inside of it, the whole three-dimensional object, the whole three-dimensional shape. Okay? Okay, moving on. Okay, first it says, name the prism. Well, we have a base. I have a base here, and we name a prism off our bases. So what would this be? Rectangle. So we have a rectangular prism. Very good. Okay. Lateral area. Let's go look at our formula. It equals pH. So our little p, once again, over here, it tells us p is the perimeter of the base. I have my base highlighted. How would we find the perimeter of it? Well, we add up all the sides. Do we have all that information? What's this one? Yes. What's this one? 8. So this is also 15 and this is 8. So the perimeter is 15 plus 15 plus 8 plus 8, and this equals what? 46. So my little p is 46, and now my height is what, guys? What's my height on this one? 10. Very good. So 460, right? Centimeters squared. Okay. My surface area, and let's look at my formula. My surface area is my LA plus 2 big B. So my surface, my LA is right here. Remember, this is LA. So it's simply 460 plus 2. And now I need to find out what this big B is. Okay, big B is the area of the base. So if this is my base highlighted, how do I find the area of this? How do I find the area of this base? Yes, base times height. So this is 8 times 15, which equals what? 120? Okay, so 120. So 2 times 120, what, 240? Plus 460, 700, and this is centimeters squared. Okay? So volume is big B times height. And my big B, remember we just figured it right here. So that's 120, because that's this guy here. Times my height, and what was my height again? 10. So 1,200. And this is centimeters cubed. All right. First of all, let's look at our prism over here. Let's find our base. I have a base here. So let's name it. What kind of prism do we have now? Very good, triangular. Okay. Lateral area equals pH. Okay, P is the perimeter of a base. So let's pick one of our bases. We can pick the top one. And remember, perimeter, to find the perimeter, it's adding all the sides. So I have 21 plus 29 plus, I'm missing a side. I don't have this side. I'm missing this side. What do I do? What do I do to find that side? What did we learn in the past? Yes, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. How do I know what my hypotenuse is? It is 29 because it's across from the right angle, right? So my legs are x squared plus 21 squared equals 29 squared. Okay, so x squared, 21 squared is, what's it? 441, good. 29 squared is 841. Now we're just solving for x. So first step in algebra is to move the 441, leaving us with x squared equals, I think this gives us 400. Okay, and do we remember how to get rid of the square? Very good, square root. So x equals 20. Okay, so now I have this missing side, which is 20. So now I can find the perimeter. The perimeter is 21 plus 70. Thank you, 70. Very good. So my little p, my perimeter is 70, and times 30 right here, because that's my height. Oops, I need to put 30. So my lateral area is 2,100. And this is inches squared. All right, surface area. Surface area is my lateral area, which is what? 2,100 plus 2, and then big B. Big B says it is the area of a base. So here's my base. We need to find the area of the guy. Yes, formula for a triangle is base times height divided by 2. Now what we need to do is, how do we know which one's my base and how do we know which one's my height? That's important to know. And how we know it is the height is always perpendicular with the base. And so it's where that 90-degree angle is. So my base is 21 and my height is 20 divided by 2, and it is 210. Are we all following? Good. So 2 times 210, his order of operations says to do that first, is 420 plus the 21. When would you get? Oh, 210. Thank you. And then take that times 2, add in the 2,100. I get 2520 inches squared. Okay? Okay? So my volume is big B. Remember, this is my big B right here. We already have it figured, so that's 210. Times my height. And now what's my height? 30. Very good. So we get 6,300, I think, inches cubed. Good job, guys. Okay. Not so bad. We can do anything with a formula. So we just need to follow our formulas. All right, let's come down here and name this prism. So we have a base here, and we have a base here. And one way I know that those are my bases is because my my sides are always going to be rectangles, right? So what did you say? You said this was a what? A triangular. Very good. Triangular prism. Okay, so lateral area. Okay, once again, this is little p, and little p is perimeter of a base. So let's pick one of these bases. Let's pick this one. And it's adding, perimeter is adding all the sides. Do we have enough information to do that? I have this side. Do I have this side? I do. How do I know? The congruent signs, right? The tick marks. So I have 5, 5, 5 all the way around it. So what is my perimeter of this base? 15 times my height, which is what? No, my height is right here. 10, yeah. It's like my base and my height, it's like it's laying down. Okay? Yeah, we're good. So 150 centimeters squared. Okay, so now the surface area, we take my LA, which is 150, plus 2, and then big B. And big B, once again, it says it is the area of a base. So let's pick one of my bases. Well, we got one highlighted here. This one right here. So how would we find the area of that triangle? Very good. Base times height divided by 2. Whoops. Well, hold on a second. There's something we got to address here. Because we have my base is what? 5. Height. How do we not know what? We don't know the height. And what makes you think that we don't know it? The height has to be perpendicular with the base, where it creates a 90-degree angle. So the height's actually right here, and we don't know it. So now we have to find it. And if I have a right triangle, so now I'm going to look at this triangle right here. What did we learn about finding this side here? We did it earlier. Yes. So what is my hypotenuse here? 5, because it's across from here. And then what is this side here? Very good. Do we all understand how we got that? Because this whole thing is 5, so from here to here it's 2.5. Do we all get that? Very good. So my legs are 2.5 squared. The other one is one we don't know, so it's plus x squared equals my hypotenuse squared. So 2.5 squared, we have 6.25 plus x squared, and 5 squared we should know. Yep, 25. Okay? Now, doing algebra, basic algebra, getting x by itself. Subtract that from both sides, leaving me with x squared equals, thank you, 18.75. I have one more step. What is it? Very good. So x equals 4.3. Very good. So that is actually my height. I got a lot going on inside of here, so it's kind of hard to see this. But my height is 4.3. So now, base times height divided by 2. So that was 5. 5 times 4.3 divided by 2. Very good, 10.75. Now we're rocking and rolling. So 2 times 10.75 plus 150. Very good. 171.5 centimeters squared. Okay, and now my volume is my big B. Guess what, guys? We just found it. This is my big B right here. 10.75 times my height. What is my height on this sucker? 10. So all we need to do is move the decimal. Yep, centimeters cubed. Very good. Good job, guys. Okay, moving on to the last one. Okay, if you want to be nice and neat, this is number 8 on your geometer. Okay. If you think you can freehand it, I'm going to freehand mine because I have a hard time tracing my geometer on my computer. Otherwise, you might want to use your geometer. So it's number 8. So let's go ahead and get the prism down. Number 8. And then you're going to take your geometer and you're going to make another one like kind of slightly up and around it, kind of like this. Tracing your geometer. Yours will look neater than mine, I hope. And then you're going to connect this corner to this corner, this one, and this one, and now you have a 3-dimensional trapezoid.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa.
just like that. My art's not very good, so. Okay? Okay. Yeah, it is cool. So let's look at what we have here. So the trapezoidal prism has base edges of 3, 3, 5, and 8. Well, 2 of them are the same. So if we look at our trapezoid, we can kind of see we have congruent sides here. So we're going to have 3, 3, and then 5 is going to be my smaller side, and 8. And notice I'm just using my original trapezoid that I made. So this is going to be like my base, and I'm going to highlight it for you guys. So here's the base. Okay? Notice, keep in mind, look what's funny, is I have my base and another base back here, and look what connects them. Are they rectangles or are they not? Yeah, they are. Okay. All right, it tells me the lateral area, so we know we're dealing with lateral area, this formula here. And it tells me that it's 380 meters squared. So we're going to use this formula. We're going to use lateral area equals pH. Okay, lateral area equals pH. This is what we're using. So now we're just plugging in what we know, okay? Our LA is what? 380. My P is what? Well, let's see here. P is the perimeter of a base. Well, I have my base highlighted, and remember how we find the perimeter? We add all the sides. So it's just all these sides added together. So it's 3 plus 3 plus 5 plus 8. And all of these added together, I think, is 19. Okay, so my little p is 19. Okay, what I don't know is my h, and that's what it wants to know, the height. It wants to know what h is. So now simply, how do we get h by itself? Right here. Divide by, very good, on both sides, so h equals 20 meters. And this isn't squared or cubed because it's just the side. It's just the height. It's a one-dimensional thing. So that is our answer.